I call this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. All directors are present. Approval of the agenda. Mr. Bartz, are there any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes to the agenda tonight.
I'll move the agenda.
Second.
All in favor of the motion to approve the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved. Number 2, public comment. Are there any members of the public here for comment?
There are no members of the public here in person or on Zoom.
Okay. Moving on to community reports. I don't see anyone in person or online. So we'll move on to consent items. Does anyone have any items they would like to pull?
I'll move the consent items.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Moving on to number 4, there were no matters removed. Number 5, no presentations. So we move on to number 6, public hearing on standby and availability fees for 2022-2023. All right, I declare the public hearing on water standby and availability fees now open at 6:02 p.m. May we have the secretary's report, please?
At this time, I would like to report the district received 0 written protests, objections, or comments relating to the water standby and availability fees.
Thank you. May we please have the attorney's report, Mr. Kennedy?
Thank you, Madam President. On May 18th, 2022, the Board of Directors adopted resolution number 2022-14, initiating proceedings to fix, levy, and collect water standby assessments for the fiscal year 2022-2023, and the hearing date was scheduled for July 20, 2022. Notice of the public hearing was published in the Mountaineer Progress on June 30th, July 7th, and July 14th, 2022. Additionally, notice of public hearing was posted in the district office and on the district's website beginning on June 30, 2022. Copies of the report were made available in the district office for public review. Therefore, the district has complied with all of the legal requirements applicable for this hearing within the manner and time specified under law.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. May we have the staff report, please?
Yes, the water standby charge reflects each parcel of land within the district's boundaries for acreage within 660 feet of a water line. The preliminary water standby charge report was filed with the Secretary on June 30th, 2022. The updated report details 3,641 parcels for a total assessment of $286,733.80. This amount may change as parcels connect to the system before the final report is filed with the county by the August 2022 deadline.
Thank you, Mr. Bartz. At this time, we will open the public hearing up for public comment.
Looks like Berkshire Hathaway is.
We have one member of the public who just joined us, Marilyn Diaz Cervantes. Do you have a public comment on this item related to standby fees?
Okay. May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll move to close the public hearing.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hearing closes at 6:05 p.m.
She did chat something.
Oh,
Okay, nope, she said no questions. We just live in the area. And if you do have a public comment, we don't monitor the chat, just speak up. Thank you.
All right, so moving on to 6B, discussion and possible adoption of Resolution 2022-24, establishing standby availability fees for 2022-23. Mr. Bartz.
Thank you, Madam President. I can go into the background if you'd like, but I believe everybody has had plenty of time to review this, and I'm going to get straight to the staff recommendation. And the staff recommendation is for the board to adopt Resolution number 2022-24, establishing standby and availability fees for 2022 and 2023.
Okay, does anyone have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I would just like to, there was a study done, and if I read it right, the standby currently is $20 per acre.
That's correct.
And we could potentially put it at what value?
The value per acre at $20.
As calculated in the,
Oh, the approximate, your annual,
what is the potential that could be charged?
the existing standby charges generated approximately 286,000. That answers the question.
No.
So you're asking what it
Nope.
could go up to?
What is the possible maximum we could charge based on the report?
Per parcel.
Yeah, we have it at $20.
At $20 is a max, unless we go through Prop 218.
Unless we go to, if we go through Prop 218, what could it be? Isn't it in here?
There isn't an amount.
I didn't see one. And developer share.
I thought there was a calculation on what
Possibly.
what the potential charge could be.
I can bring that back as an action item.
No, I thought it was in the report.
On page 107 of the full packet, page 1 to another report, it says something about
34.
EBU could be equal to 217. Is that possibly it?
That is correct. I think that's the number he's looking for. I just
Yes.
ran across that. So we are at $20. It's been at $20 since the district was formed, and it could potentially go to 217, but the district has chosen not to pursue that.
Thank you. That was the information I was attempting to find. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, any other questions, comments? No? All right, can we get a motion?
All motion.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor of adopting Resolution 2022-24, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you. All right. 6C, public hearing on delinquent water user charges. I declare the public hearing on delinquent user water charges now open at 6:09 PM. May we have the secretary's report, please?
At this time, I'd like to report the district received 0 written protests, objections, or comments relating to the waters, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. The delinquent water user charges. Thank you.
Thank you. May we have the attorney's report, Mr. Kennedy?
Thank you, Madam President. Notice of the public hearing was published in Mountaineer Progress on June 30, July 7th, and July 14th, 2022. Additionally, notice of the public hearing was posted in the district office and on the district's website beginning on June 30, 2022. Notice of the delinquency and hearing were also mailed to all the delinquent users on June 28, 2022. Copies of the report were made available in the district office for public review. Therefore, the district has complied with all of the legal requirements necessary for this hearing within the time and manner specified in the law.
Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. May we have the staff report, please?
Thank you. The delinquent water users charges report was filed with the secretary on July 15th, 2022, and details 90 customer accounts amounting to a total of $26,307.98. The delinquent water user charges report reflects each affected parcel of real property and the total amount of charges and delinquencies for each affected parcel as of June 30th, 2022. The final list will be submitted to the County of San Bernardino for collection no later than August 10th, 2022, and will be updated as necessary until submittal.
Thank you, Mr. Bartz. At this time, we will open the public hearing for public comment.
Are there any members of the public on Zoom that would like to make a public comment related to this item?
Okay. May I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I motion that we close the public hearing.
Seconded.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And I will close the hearing at 6:11 PM. All right, moving on to 6D, discussion and possible adoption of Resolution 2022-25, confirming or modifying and then confirming the report of delinquent water user charges for the purpose of collecting said charges on the San Bernardino County tax roll. Mr. Bartz.
Thank you. I love how that's worded. I enjoy that every year. Staff's recommendation is for the board to adopt resolution number 2022-25, confirming or modifying, then confirming the report of delinquent water user charges for the purpose of collection of said charges on the San Bernardino County tax roll.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? No? All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion passes. Thank you. That one was a mouthful. All right, 6E, discussion and possible adoption of Resolution 2022-26, establishing a recycled content paper procurement policy. Mr. Bartz.
Thank you. Ms. Ward is going to take this item.
Say that 3 times fast. Paper
Yeah.
procurement policy.
So as you're aware, in January 2022, so this year, SB 1383 went into effect, and it requires that we, among other things, adopt a recycled content paper procurement policy. I'm not going to read all of the background in here, but I was happy to find out that we were exempt from one of the major provisions of this policy. We do not need to procure recovered organic waste, which is going to save the district quite a bit of money. And we won't have to cover our entire square footage of district in mulch, because that's essentially what we were going to have to purchase if we had to comply with that. So we were exempt from that, so that's good. The only thing we have to do is make an effort to purchase recycled content paper. We have to keep specific records in case the state audits us for this, and so this resolution enacts that policy. And then once approved, this will be submitted to the state, and we will have one more of our compliance items complete. Eventually, I would like to incorporate this into our ordinance when we bring that back for revision, but for now, it's a standalone resolution. The Solid Waste and Recycling Committee did have a chance to review this, and that is all I have. And so our recommendation is for the board to adopt this resolution, 2022-26.
Any comments or questions?
I have one.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate or explain how you're going to do with 3.2B?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. They're supposed to be able to tell us in writing, hold on, we have a member of the public joining us, that's the type of paper that they're using. And so when we work with our vendors on these various items, we need to let them know that this is the paper that we are specifying, and that they will give us something in writing that proves that. Whether or not that's what they're using, I mean, I can't verify it.
So you're going to specify or request? Because it said that if it's more expensive,
Yeah,
then you
so
don't have to do it, so.
that's the thing. We will ask for a quote for both. That's what we've been doing. And then if it is significantly more expensive to purchase the recycled content paper, or if the quality's too poor, we have the option of going with regular paper. We just need to keep records
just keep that
of the price
information, yeah.
discrepancy.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so our procurement's gotten a little bit more cumbersome in terms of that. So where there's little discrepancy, we just buy the recycled content, and if it's a huge variance, we just have to keep records on why we bought regular paper products. And this is everything. This is our toilet paper,
Yeah.
paper towels. I mean, there's a huge list of items that the preference is for us to purchase recycled. What we've noticed with the market lately is everyone's having to buy recycled content paper products, so the prices have gone up, plus paper in general has just gone up. I mean, a ream of paper, not a ream of paper, a case of paper is over $80 now.
In case there's a problem, we can call the paper procurement policy police, and they will get on that pronto and take care of that issue.
And given how
Glad we have that staff available.
given how ambitious our person is, our representative for our area, I wouldn't be surprised if we are chosen for an audit for this. But we've been keeping very good records, and this will go into effect once adopted.
All right, any other questions or comments?
No.
I'll move the item.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And motion passes. All right, 6F, update on the proposed Civic Center and Phelan Park expansion. Mr. Bartz?
We have no updates tonight on this unless George has some new information.
No updates to report.
All right, All right, 6G, update on the status of negotiations for the consolidation of Sheep Creek Mutual Water. Mr. Bartz?
Nothing exciting to announce, except that we have the meeting in the park on Saturday at 10 a.m. We've invited representatives from our district, from Sheep Creek, and from the State Water Resources Control Board, and are providing ice cream. We're up to about 500 people if we can get the word out. We'd like as many people out there as we can.
Have we gotten any questions?
We do have a few questions in, but they're, probably most of those are already answered in what we've prepared.
Okay. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi there. I have a couple questions, if I may. When will the technical report and its appendices be released to the public?
I believe those will be released as soon as they're finalized. They are still in the process right now of reviewing those. We don't know the status. It's probably going to be August before we have any feedback on some of that. So when those are released to us, and we're allowed to put them out to the public, we certainly will. We'll be talking about a lot of it at the meeting on Saturday.
Are you going to be taping the meeting
Yes, the meeting will be taped.
and then posted on the website for those that can't attend?
Yes, of course.
Yes, great. Okay, thanks. That's my question.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, moving on to 7, committee reports. Engineering.
Did not meet.
Okay. Finance.
We met yesterday and went over the quarterly numbers.
All right. Legislative.
We meet next month.
And Park and Rec minutes are in the packet. We just went over the events, attendance. We did cancel the July concert in the park, if I hadn't mentioned that before, due to lack of attendance. And waste and recycling.
We went over the paper procurement policy, had a deep discussion about the 1383. And we had a member of the public that really offered some good questions for us, so we were able to really get it out there. So anybody that's curious about it, it's a really good meeting to go watch and fill yourself in on.
Yeah, definitely. All right, number 8, staff and general managers report. Mr. Bartz?
I have nothing to add to the report.
Any questions or comments on that?
Just, why do you think the June totals of consumption was quite a bit lower?
Yeah, if we're
think it's from
talking this year compared to last year,
Well, Not necessarily last year, because we know why it was last year, but the year before, it's down quite a bit.
Yeah, really, the last 2 years, we had a definite spike in production over the spring and summer months due to the agricultural interests that were operating within the district. I believe our production is down, is it 20%, Sean?
935 gallons to be exact per minute, at about 15% less.
From the previous year, or, I mean, the
From
numbers are in here, but
Yes, it's about 4% less than it was in 2013, but over the last 2 years, we are down about, I believe it's 10% or so.
so that's, maybe there's some conservation going on?
There is, in conjunction with Operation Hammer Strike.
Yeah.
We believe Hammer Strike's the vast majority of that reduction, but people definitely are conserving. We're seeing that month over month, as well as our non-revenue water continues to decline. There's several contributing factors. Our AMI meter population continues to grow, and just our overall operations, such as this service replacements, the packing glands, everything we cover in engineering. It's a multi-pronged approach.
So system water losses are lowering also?
They are.
That's
They're
good.
stabilizing right around 14–15%.
Yeah, the water theft this year appears to be substantially less than what it was in the prior years.
Right.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the community water fill station and selective areas that are not providing water to thieves.
Thank you.
And we did notice in the packet from the finance committee that the lockoffs had grown quite a bit too.
That is correct. During COVID, we didn't do lockoffs. Although when you compare that to years past, those numbers are down as well. More folks are taking advantage of our payment arrangements.
That's good. Thank you. All right. We will move on to director's reports. Start with Deborah.
I attended the Association of San Bernardino County Special Districts meeting on Monday, and we went over taking risks and being willing to take a chance at improving. And that was all I've done.
Okay. Director Roberts.
Nothing more to add?
Director Hoffman.
I have nothing to report.
And I have nothing to report either. All right, number 10, correspondence.
Yes, so you'll notice that our notice of election is in the packet. It's also posted on the website and in the district office window. Candidate filing has begun, and so if anybody's interested, they can pull papers either with the district by appointment or with the county by appointment, and there's also an online process as well. And then our notice of water rate change went in there because we did reinstate the convenience fee for credit cards online. We are promoting all of the free ways to pay. So auto pay with your checking account is free. Also paying with a check or with cash is also free. And as Mr. Bart's already pointed out, we have our Get the Scoop on Consolidation meeting this Saturday, 10 a.m. in Phelan Park. And then later on in August 6th, we have a town hall with our representatives. There will also be ice cream there.
Yes.
There's a theme going on.
There's a theme, yeah, it's hot. And then, of course, we are promoting conservation. So you'll see the information about our current conservation stage in there. Our summer fun continues, although it's starting to wind down as we get into August. Today was our baking class. They made very delicious sundaes, and they did bring us in some of the ice cream, which we very much enjoyed. And very, very well attended. So are all of our classes this year. So excited for that. Movie nights will continue through September 16th. So bring the family out, bring a blanket, bring some snacks, and enjoy a movie. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you. All right, number 11, review of action items. Were there any prior meeting action items?
1 second, let me get to my notes. Which I just had and are gone. There were none.
Okay, and current meeting action items?
There are none.
All right, so then we will set agenda for next meeting, August 3rd. Do any members of the board have items they would like to add?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. All right, so with that, tonight we will adjourn this meeting of the Board of Directors in memory of our former employee and longtime Mountaineer Progress Reporter, Michael Pilecki. We are now adjourned at 6:26 PM.